Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I want to talk about the events that took place in the States over the weekend with Donald Trump and the shooting. Now, even though this happened south of our border, I feel like there's quite a bit of relevance because if you've been paying attention to the Liberal Party and how they've been trying to paint our conservative party, they talk a lot about how they are far right or MAGA conservatives. You've had Trudeau claim that we would like to make Canada great again, like the MAGA slogan, Make America Great Again.
The good news is life was not like this before this prime minister, and it won't be like this after he's gone.
Why doesn't he just say it straight out, Mr. Speaker? He's planning to make Canada great again.
You've had different news outlets attacking Pierre, saying that he's taken a page out of Donald Trump's playbook and that he's very Trump-esque or Trump-like, which Pierre has pushed back on.
On the topic, I mean, in terms of your sort of strategy currently, you're obviously taking the populist pathway.
What does that mean?
Well, appealing to people's more emotional levels, I would guess. I mean, certainly you tap very strong ideological language quite frequently.
Like what?
Left wing, this and that, right wing. I mean, it's that type of ideological thing.
I never really talk about left or right.
Anyways,
I don't really believe in that.
Okay, a lot of people would say that you're simply taking a page out of the Donald Trump book.
Like which people would say that?
Well, I'm sure a great many Canadians, but why should Canadians trust you with their vote, given, not just the sort of ideological inclination in terms of taking the page out of Donald Trump's book, but
what are you
also
talking about? What page? What page? Can you give me a page? Give me the page. You keep saying that.
In terms of turning things quite dramatically, in terms of Trudeau and the left wing and all of this. I mean, you make quite a it's quite a play that you make on it. So I'm
not sure. I don't know what your question is.
And this is kind of where I want to focus today on the video. Is the response from the US's mainstream media and how kind of grotesque it's been. Because if you haven't seen any of it, after the shooting happened, a lot of these articles that were coming out never mentioned it. It was stated, Trump whisked away off stage in Pennsylvania after loud noises rang through the crowd. NBC News, Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after popping noises heard at his Pennsylvania rally. Election, Trump taken away after loud noises at the rally. As they have a picture here with him and he's got blood on his face and his ear. Another one here. This one was great. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at the rally, with again the picture of him with a bloodied ear and blood on his face. You had this one. Live, Trump rushed off stage after disruption at the rally. You have a live feed. You can hear the gunshots. What do you mean a disruption? It's not a disruption. And then this one that came out of Sean Harper, who's a contributor to Forbes. He wrote, will surviving gunfire be Donald Trump's next appeal to the black voters? Like, how disconnected do you have to be to write such a garbage article? And he even claims, I am a diversity, equity, and inclusion expert. Now, Forbes, after getting so much shit, actually took down this article. So as you can see, we can't find the page that you are looking for. But a lot of publications like the New York Post was reporting on it, how they removed this column. Yet, as the internet is forever, you can still find the article as when it was published. And this gentleman, Sean Harper, is a black man himself, yet he decided it would be a great idea to come and write this part. Hopefully, being shot doesn't become a similarly problematic strategy to link Trump with an experience that far too many, not all, black people have. Like, this is so tone deaf, quite frankly a little bit racist. And again, as I stated, Forbes decided to pull this, even though this was a contributor to Forbes and they claim, oh, their views are not our views. They still decided, you know what, let's take it down anyway. And then you wonder why the mainstream media has so little faith in it. I get it. The event is happening and you're trying to get the news out and the articles, But you have a live feed. You hear the gunshot. You don't just say, oh, loud popping noises or a disturbance or he fell. Yet you have photos of a bloodied ear, blood on his face, Secret Service swarming him. Like, hello, it's obviously something more severe than loud popping noises. And this type of thing isn't only a problem in America. Here in Canada, a lot of people don't watch the news. They don't trust the media sources outside of maybe Vashi, who they feel is somewhat pretty fair, which I also can agree to at times. What do we have? We have David Cochran, very much left leaning. Rosemary Barton seems like that 100%. A lot of the breakfast television cast members, they very much seem left leaning, which is fine. It's whatever your political, you can have whatever political stance you want, but your job is to report on the news. You should be bipartisan on the news. You shouldn't be covering it up for some or dressing it up for others. You should just be reporting on it. And not only is this a problem here, it's also a problem south of the border. As if you watch just before the Biden-Trump election, you have this Yahoo Joe Scarborough on TV telling his viewers if they don't believe him that they can go F off because Biden is at the tip top that he's ever been. He's the sharpest that he's ever been. And that if you don't believe him, yeah, you could just go F yourself.
Start your tape right now because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close second. And I've known him for years. The Brzezinskis have known him for 50 years. If it weren't the truth, I wouldn't say it.
So not only do we have the media gaslighting us constantly or trying not to report on the news when it's relevant in terms of all the details, you have celebrities and you have people who have a TV presence also saying that Biden is fine, like with Robert De Niro, who is just going crazy. But then Whoopi Goldberg saying, yeah, he could poop his pants all he wants, but I still believe that he's cognitively there. And then another The View member who claims she's a Republican saying that she would vote Biden-Harris all the way. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put a sentence together. Show me he can't do the job, and then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go.
I guess the incoherent babbling, lack of knowledge of where he's going, always shuffling around, potentially pooping himself on stage. The list goes on, but Whoopi really needs more information, so let's just listen to her.
Now, he had a bad night the first time that he went out and debated with Kamala Harris. And everybody wanted him to quit that and say, you can't talk to women like this, or you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. He came back, said, you know what, I got it, and gave 4 years.
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm worried and I'm pissed. Frankly, I'm livid. Because for the last 8 days, it feels to me, I have seen nothing but breathless reporting. It almost feels like media malpractice of them trying to score the winning goal against Biden. Who can have the gotcha moment?
Kind of interesting that you complain when the shoe's on the other foot now, eh? Now people are realizing what everyone's saying about Biden, or they can't hide it anymore. And the media is actually doing their job and reporting on it, like the Canadian media now going after Trudeau and hammering him with the proper questions they should have been asking him for the past 9 years, or at least 5 years. And now in the States, that's what's happening. And these guys are saying, oh, the media is doing malpractice. They really need to check themselves. They need to flip the script and not focus on Biden so much. They need to focus on Trump. Like, it's just crazy that these people are this blind. But again, she's a Republican who's saying she's going to vote for Biden and Harris. I just don't get it.
They've been splicing, dicing, cubing everything he says, putting on a microscopic slide, and then looking at it under all sorts of magnifying glasses. Look, Joe Biden is the nominee. He is the human being standing between us and Donald Trump. I think Democrats need to stop making the case against Joe Biden and start making the case against Donald Trump. And until Joe Biden tells me he is out, I am riding with Biden-Harris. Okay. And the second part of that, I think, is very important because they are a team. And Kamala Harris has come out so strong this last week as part of that team. And part of the reason I have no qualms about supporting Joe Biden, zero, is because I know that if something happens to him, like every other vice president, she will step in, and she is prepared, she is experienced, she is decent, she is compassionate, she is smart. She is far from the caricature that Republicans have tried to build with her. So you know what? I am with Biden-Harris till the damn end. Yeah.
The amount of delusion that's oozing out of these members from The View is just untenable. But now we have the whole situation with the shooting. And since then, we're starting to see more and more support for the death of Donald Trump. This lady, damn it, he didn't die. Well, at least one of the supporters did. I'll take what I can get. She's referring to the father who protected his family and died just trying to be at the rally that he wanted to be at because he supports Trump. He's a Republican. He was at the rally, and this crazy lunatic decided to start shooting, and this father unfortunately got stuck in the crosshairs. She then decides that it's a good idea to double down and say, LOL, apparently I hurt some feelings. This is as viral as I've ever been. I'm a star. Yeah, me and my 15 minutes of fame. Funny how people think my post was political. I was only stating my feelings on banishing evil from the world. So it's more religious than political, though I wasn't going for religious either. See what happens when you don't stick to memes. You too might be a star. Like, it's absolutely unhinged behavior to think that this is great that a supporter of somebody you didn't like died. I have plenty of individuals who are more liberal or have liberal viewpoints. Never once would I want them hurt or dead. I enjoy having conversations with them, seeing their political stances, kind of getting to understand what their views are. And that's what it used to be like back in the day. Yeah, you would have Bob and Carl. One was a Republican, one was a liberal or Democrat, whatever. You could converse, you could still hang out, you could have barbecues, you could hang, like, your political identity isn't everything, but you have people who are posting these stupid takes online, and the internet, like I said, is forever, and now they're getting backlash and realizing, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said something like that. Like this guy who was a fire chief, he said, a little to the right next time, please. And then what happens? This guy ends up submitting an apology letter and resigning from his job as the fire chief. And you have this guy over here who says, bummed they missed. He's apparently some sort of physio or sports doctor, and now his account has been deleted. And just more and more of this is coming out as we're seeing videos of these unhinged individuals who are acting like that crazy girl who screamed on her knees when Donald Trump got into power.
And Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama for the
what a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald.
Out there in the world making videos like this, and these individuals don't realize what repercussions things like this have.
I just found out about this shit. It just happened. I haven't even had a second to process. You're telling me somebody finally had the balls to bring a pew-pew, and he missed! We were a second away! We were a centimeter away from half of the problem being gone, and you missed! There was a white man attached to that trigger. I know it! We were a centimeter away! Ah!
Well, that's enough of that craziness, but as I said, there's more and more of this type of things being posted online, especially on Twitter. There's people openly saying, oh, too bad they missed, or maybe next time. How did you miss that shot? It was so close. And tons of these people are getting called out online. Now, I'm fine with you saying whatever you want to say, but when it's calling for violence on an individual, that's kind of where free speech, in my opinion, has a line to be drawn. And a lot of these individuals are losing their jobs or feeling a backlash from individuals exposing them or finding out information on them. And they're coming out with these apologies, or also saying, oh, you should be ashamed of yourself for targeting me. It's like, you're only saying this now because you've been called out, and because there's like every action has a reaction. There's repercussions for what you do. And as unfortunate as some may say it is, that these individuals are like getting harassed at work, or being followed and videotaped and questioned, again, you got to be aware of what you're doing online now these days, because it is forever. Like, we currently have Jack Black trending on Twitter, which this man hasn't trended, I feel like, in forever. Maybe the Mario movie was the last time he trended, but at a concert, his partner from Tenacious D said this.
Don't miss Trump next time.
Who knows? It could just be me, but I didn't find that funny at all. And you could hear some of the audience members there. Yes, there was laughter, but there was people in the end there saying, "Whoa, whoa," because that's just in poor taste, in my opinion. It's not even low hanging fruit. It's like, it's on the ground, kicked, stepped on, and you're still trying to use that as a good joke. And the media is also trying to paint that, well, this guy was a registered Republican, but from other sources I believe I've seen, it said that he had donated to the Democratic Party, him and his father, I believe, when he was much younger. And then, yes, he registered as a Republican. Who knows if that was just to get access to these events? It doesn't really matter. But this gentleman from Staten Island, he lays it out for them, saying the exact same thing. It doesn't matter what they are. The point is, there was an attack on somebody, and that's what we should be focusing on. We should be trying to unite everybody, not divide them by party lines.
By the way, a registered Republican. Yeah. Do you guys know about that?
Yeah, so I don't know who you are, so I just like to, before I answer your question, what's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel, from where?
From NBC.
And sir, where are you from?
I'm sorry, NJ Burkett with Channel 7.
Okay. So you want to talk about the fact the guy may be a Republican, or at least registered to the Republican Party, which anybody in this country is free to do.
I didn't ask that question, by the way.
That's fine, but you did suggest, and you're talking about rhetoric. So are you saying that it's not okay for us to denounce violence? Are you saying that we should wait until we know what's going on? Everybody on the planet knows that you have MSNBC, the New York Times, Rachel Maddow, The View. You have Maxine Waters. Oh, let's get in their faces. You have this going on every day. And you dare to say to us, shouldn't we wait? No, we shouldn't wait. Right now is the time to say that we need to cool things down. We don't have to wait for your permission. We don't have to wait for anybody's permission, regardless of this young man's motivation. What he did was wrong. He tried to assassinate a president of the United States. And you stand there and say, well, maybe I should wait? Maybe it's okay? Are you saying the fact that he was registered to the Republican Party absolves him of everything? Absolves all of the media of all of the coverage they've done for the last 10 years? Absolutely not. That is a pathetic question, and I think you guys should be ashamed. I mean, I don't know you personally, but it's pathetic that you would even suggest that he's a Republican, therefore everything is okay, when you have social media, you have control of the media, you talk about the laptop, you talk about Russian collusion, all of that we have to forget, because maybe this guy was registered or is registered to the Republican Party. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I don't think it could have been said any better. So on that note, I think that's where I'm going to end today's video. But as always, I'd love to hear from you guys. So please let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. I'm sure as more and more information is going to be coming out, there might be a little bit more coverage of this on the channel until we get back into the swing of things. But as always, I really appreciate the support. Thank you for everyone who's subscribing and watching the videos and commenting and liking. Always helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate your guys' time. So as always, I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks so much.